We've all heard the saying that love is something mysterious and hard to understand, yet in reality, there are two simple and powerful reasons why people truly fall in love with you. It's not about grand gestures or perfect appearances. It's about something deeper, something that can't be faked, authenticity and connection. Today, I'm here to show you how being your true self and cultivating meaningful relationships can make people fall in love with you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. Let's dive into the two reasons that unlock the deepest connections with those around you. Certainly, here's an expansion of the keynote: people fall in love with you when you are unapologetically yourself, into 1,500 words. Underscore, 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 underscore. There's a powerful truth that often goes unspoken when it comes to human relationships. People fall in love with you when you are unapologetically yourself. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with messages about how we should look, act, or behave, it's easy to lose sight of our true selves. We begin to shape our identities based on external expectations, social pressures, or the desire to fit in. We think that love and acceptance come from molding ourselves into someone who meets certain standards, when in fact the opposite is true. Authenticity is being unapologetically yourself has a magnetic effect on those around you, and it is this genuine self-expression that draws others in. The first step to understanding why people fall in love with you when you are unapologetically yourself is realizing that there is something deeply attractive about raw, unfiltered honesty. When you are authentic, you are offering a part of yourself that is vulnerable, unguarded, and real. It's a gift that few are brave enough to give, yet it is something that is craved by many. The fear of rejection or judgment often prevents us from showing our true selves. We wear masks, hide our insecurities, or act in ways that are not true to who we are. We think that if we show people who we really are, they will reject us or see us as unworthy. But in reality, people are drawn to those who dare to be themselves because it provides them with a sense of comfort and security. When you embrace authenticity, you signal to others that it is okay for them to do the same. There's a sense of freedom that comes with being genuine, both for yourself and for the people around you. This openness creates an environment where people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment. You become a reflection of what it means to be real, and this is something that resonates deeply with others. When people see that you are confident in who you are, they are more likely to trust you and open up in ways they might not with others. Being unapologetically yourself also means being comfortable with your imperfections. No one is perfect, and those who try to portray an image of flawlessness often come off as inauthentic or distant. The beauty of authenticity lies in its acceptance of the imperfect parts of who we are. It is through embracing our vulnerabilities and flaws that we connect with others on a deeper level. There's something remarkably human about struggling, failing, or making mistakes. It's in these moments of imperfection that we find common ground with others, as they too have their own struggles and insecurities. This shared understanding creates bonds that are far stronger than the superficial connections that can form when we only show the polished version of ourselves. When you stop trying to be someone else, you start attracting the right people into your life. The relationships that are built on authenticity are far more lasting and meaningful because They are rooted in real connection, not in the image or persona you crafted. People are naturally drawn to those who are real because there is a sense of trust and honesty that comes with it. They know that when they are with you, they are experiencing the truth, not a facade. In relationships, whether they are friendships, romantic partnerships, or professional connections, authenticity allows for a deep sense of intimacy and understanding. There's a mutual respect that is built when both parties are comfortable being themselves, without pretense. Moreover, when you allow yourself to be unapologetically yourself, you also give others permission to do the same. It becomes a cycle of authenticity, where everyone feels empowered to express who they truly are. This creates an environment of acceptance and love that goes beyond surface-level interactions. It's no longer about trying to impress others or seeking external validation. Instead, it's about fostering a space where individuals can be open and vulnerable without fear of judgment. One of the most powerful aspects of being unapologetically yourself is the self-love and self-acceptance that it cultivates. When you are true to yourself, you are telling yourself that you are worthy of love and respect just as you are. This internal sense of worthiness radiates outward and impacts the way you interact with others. People are drawn to those who love and accept themselves because it gives them permission to do the same. It's a ripple effect that spreads to everyone you encounter. When you stop seeking approval from others and start valuing yourself for who you are, it shifts the dynamic in all of your relationships. You no longer depend on external validation to feel good about yourself. Instead, you cultivate an inner sense of confidence that makes you magnetic to others. In today's world, where social media often promotes curated versions of reality, it can be difficult to embrace authenticity. We are constantly exposed to carefully edited images and idealized versions of people's lives, leading us to believe that we must conform to certain standards in order to be accepted or loved. But the truth is that the most meaningful connections are forged when we stop trying to fit into these unrealistic molds and simply show up as our true selves. We are all unique with our own stories, experiences, and quirks. And it is these individual traits that make us special. The more we embrace our uniqueness, the more we embrace others to do the same. For being unapologetically yourself doesn't mean disregarding the feelings or needs of others. It doesn't mean being rude, insensitive, or self-centered. Authenticity is not about doing whatever you want without consideration for others. It's about being honest and transparent in your interactions, while also being mindful of the impact you have on those around you. It's about being real while still treating others with kindness, respect, and empathy. When you balance authenticity with empathy, you create relationships that are not only genuine, but also compassionate and understanding. Another aspect of being unapologetically yourself is that it allows you to stand firm in your values and beliefs. In a world that often pressures us to conform to popular opinions or societal norms, it takes courage to stay true to your convictions. But it is in standing by what you believe in that you attract people who share similar values and principles. These are the relationships that stand the test of time because they are built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. When you are unapologetically yourself, you attract those who align with your values, which leads to deeper, more fulfilling connections. It's also important to note that when you are authentic, you are more likely to experience personal growth and fulfillment. Living authentically means living in alignment with your true desires, passions, and goals. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not. You open the door to a life that is more aligned with your true purpose. This sense of alignment creates a sense of fulfillment that cannot be found by conforming to external expectations. People who are authentically themselves are more likely to experience a sense of joy and contentment because they are living in accordance with their true nature. This inner peace is what draws others to you as they sense that you are at ease with who you are. Being unapologetically yourself also means embracing the full spectrum of your humanity, the highs and the lows, the strengths and the weaknesses. It's about accepting all parts of who you are, not just the parts that are easy to love. When you embrace your full self, you stop hiding behind a mask of perfection, and instead you allow people to see the real you. And it is this vulnerability, this willingness to show up as you truly are, that creates the deepest and most meaningful connections with others. Ultimately, the reason people fall in love with you when you are unapologetically yourself is because it gives them the chance to love you for who you truly are. In a world that often values appearances, status, and surface-level interactions, the people who are authentic shine brightly. They stand out because they are real, and it is this realness that draws others in. When you stop pretending to be something you're not and simply embrace who you are, you create an energy that is magnetic and irresistible. People are drawn to authenticity not because it is perfect, but because it is real, raw, and deeply human. And it is in this space of truth and authenticity that love, in all its forms, truly blossoms. Underscore, 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 underscore. Underscore, 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 underscore. Let me know if you like any further adjustments or additions. True love is built when you make others feel seen, heard, and valued in a world that often feels disconnected, where people are constantly distracted by the noise of everyday life. The most powerful gift you can give someone is the gift of being present with them. To truly love someone means more than just saying the words, more than merely doing kind acts. It means taking the time to look at them deeply, to listen to their thoughts and emotions with undivided attention, and to let them know that they matter. The depth of human connection is not determined by grand gestures, but by the moments of understanding and recognition we share with others. When we make others feel seen, we acknowledge their existence in a way that transcends surface-level interactions. To truly see someone means more than simply observing them with our eyes. It involves recognizing the essence of who they are. It is about understanding their uniqueness, their struggles, and their aspirations, and appreciating them for the individual they are. It requires us to look beyond our own perceptions and judgments and to embrace the entirety of the person in front of us. This act of seeing someone truly can be life-changing because it allows them to feel valued in a world where it can be easy to feel invisible. For many people, the simple act of being seen can heal old wounds, bring comfort to aching hearts, and provide the foundation for love to grow. Being seen also requires us to set aside our own distractions and biases. It asks us to be mindful of the other person's presence and to give them our full attention. In a world where technology often gets in the way of genuine connection, offering someone the gift of being fully present can be transformative. How often do we engage in conversations where our minds are elsewhere, our eyes fixed on our phones or lost in our own thoughts? When we make a conscious effort to truly see another person, we communicate that they are worthy of our time, our focus, and our care. This act of attentiveness is one of the most powerful ways to express love. How to make someone feel heard goes hand in hand with the act of being seen. It is not enough to simply acknowledge someone's presence. We must also listen to them, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Listening actively, without judgment or interruption, is an act of deep respect. It shows the other person that their thoughts, feelings, and experiences matter to us. Often we think of love as something that involves speaking or expressing ourselves, but the truth is that the most profound connections are formed when we listen to others with an open heart. In a world where so many people feel unheard, offering someone the space to speak freely and honestly is an act of profound love. To listen means to be present in the moment, to set aside our own needs and concerns, and to give the other person the opportunity to express themselves fully. It is not about offering solutions or advice, but about creating an environment where the other person feels safe to share their innermost thoughts and feelings. When we listen in this way, we validate the other person's experiences and emotions. It shows them that they are not alone, that their feelings are valid, and that their voice has value. In relationships, whether they are romantic, familial, or platonic, feeling heard is one of the most important aspects of connection. It fosters trust, understanding, and intimacy, and it provides a foundation upon which love can flourish. But true love also requires us to make others feel valued. Valuing someone goes beyond simply appreciating them for what they do. It involves acknowledging their inherent worth as individuals. We live in a world where many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, where self-doubt and insecurity often take center stage. In this environment, to be valued is a gift of immense significance. When we make others feel valued, we communicate to them that they matter, that they are important just as they are, and that they are deserving of love and respect. It is a simple yet profound act that can have a lasting impact on the way someone perceives themselves and their worth in the world. To value someone means to treat them with respect, to honor their boundaries, and to recognize their contributions, both big and small. It means showing appreciation for who they are, not just what they can offer us. Often in relationships, we can get caught up in our own needs and desires, forgetting that the other person has their own unique experiences, dreams, and struggles. When we value someone, we take the time to understand their perspective, to celebrate their strengths, and to offer support during their difficult times. We recognize that love is not one-sided, but involves a mutual exchange of care, empathy, and appreciation. In romantic relationships, making someone feel seen, heard, and valued is crucial to the foundation of lasting love. It creates a sense of security and trust where both partners feel understood and supported. But this dynamic is not limited to romantic relationships alone. And even professional relationships are strengthened when we make an effort to truly see, hear, and value the people in our lives. In a family, for example, when parents make their children feel seen and heard, they foster a sense of belonging and self-worth that shapes the child's identity and their ability to form healthy relationships in the future. In friendships, when we listen with empathy and value each other's individuality, we create a bond that is based on mutual respect and trust. The act of making someone feel seen, heard, and valued also requires us to be vulnerable and authentic. In order to truly connect with others, we must first be willing to show up as our true selves. We must be open to letting others into our lives, sharing our fears and desires, and allowing ourselves to be seen for who we really are. This vulnerability creates a space where others feel safe to do the same, leading to deeper, more meaningful connections. When we are able to be authentic with others, we not only make them feel seen and heard, but we also create an environment where love can grow freely without the need for masks or pretenses. But making others feel seen, heard, and valued is not always easy. It requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to be present for others, especially when they are going through difficult times. It means being there when they need someone to listen, offering a shoulder to lean on, and providing encouragement and support when they feel lost or uncertain. It requires us to step outside of our own ego and to focus on the needs of the other person. In a world that often celebrates individual achievement and self-reliance, this act of selflessness can sometimes feel like a challenge. But the truth is, the more we practice making others feel seen, heard, and valued, the more we open ourselves up to experiencing the kind of love that transcends superficiality and leaves a lasting impact. True love is not built on grand gestures or fleeting emotions. It is built on the foundation of presence, attentiveness, and appreciation. When we make others feel seen, heard, and valued, we create a space where love can flourish naturally. It is a love that is built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding, and it is the kind of love that can withstand the tests of time. In a world that can often feel isolating, the simple act of making someone feel truly seen, heard, and valued can make all the difference. It is in these moments of connection that love is truly born and nurtured. And it is through these acts of kindness, empathy, and appreciation that we build relationships that are not just based on affection, but on a deep, lasting bond that can endure the challenges of life.